Adobe Premiere Pro isn't so pro anymore. No, seriously, they changed the name. Adobe just released a big update for Premiere, version 26. If you have feedback to this update, use the comment section down below, because Adobe will see this video. Let's open it up and see what's new. Number 1. Masking got a huge update. I'll show you a few examples. To create a mask, you can't go to the effect controls anymore and click the pen tool or add an ellipse mask. That's gone. In the past. Instead, you now have to go to the toolbar, and right here you'll find the Object Mask tool. More about that later. If you click and hold, you'll see that the old mask features move to here. But now how can I apply a mask to this clip? For example, the moon clip. First, make sure you have a mask tool selected. Then click the clip you want to add a mask to. Now in the program monitor, click and draw a mask on your clip. As you can see, the mask itself got a huge update. I'll admit, it works smoother, feels more stable, and is more accurate than before. Now, as you can see, you'll get this red overlay. This color can be changed or can be turned off from the menu right here. The mask isn't applied to anything yet. That's why you can still see everything outside of it. To fix that, go to Unassigned Masks in the Effect controls. From here, you can assign the mask to an effect or to the opacity property by dragging it. But now, let me show you how to apply a mask to an effect. For example, Gaussian blur. All you gotta do is click and drag your mask to your effect. It's that simple. Now, if you want to apply a mask to an effect directly, simply select the property before creating the mask. That will automatically apply it to the selected effect. I know that this new masking process feels like a huge change, but I really think this is positive. It cleans up the effect controls even more. Number 2, reorganized effect panel. As you can see, the new effects panel is more streamlined. I like that, but there's something that I don't like at all, and something that truly disappoints me. These effects are the ones Adobe acquired from Film Impact last year. Thank God, by the way. And since V26 they removed their name from the effects. I understand this is something they would do eventually. But already, it's a bit early in my opinion. For example, all these lights and glows, they are from Film Impact. And they didn't just remove their name in here, but also when you apply the effect, you won't see a trace of Film Impact anymore. The only thing left is the Film Impact dashboard, but I think that that's probably a matter of time. I think Adobe should honor Film Impact. In my opinion, their work is the reason why Premiere is worth comparing it to editors like DaVinci Resolve. I know the founder of Film Impact. I've worked with him, so this might sound petty, but Adobe, this is disrespectful. Makes me angry, not cool. You know what doesn't make me angry, in fact makes me very happy? Stock footage made by real artists. You know, that isn't AI generated, straight in Adobe Premiere. That's possible with the Storyblocks plugin. All you gotta do is click the download button and boom, my video is in my project panel. You can type in a keyword, for example drone footage, and look at these beautiful cinematic shots all made by real humans. Again, no AI generated slop like on most stock libraries nowadays. You'll get unlimited downloads of diverse and high quality media for one predictable subscription cost, and Storyblocks has everything you need in one place. 4K and HD video, templates, music, sound effects, background and images. It gives me unlimited content that I can use to test and create more videos like this one. All the footage from this video straight from Storyblocks. A few videos ago I recreated the sky from Stranger Things by only using stock clips from Storyblocks. And of course I use it all the time to enhance the story I'm telling you guys. You can choose a monthly or annual plan, no hidden costs or extra fees. Oh, and anything you download is 100% royalty free, pre-licensed, ready to use. No need to worry about legal rights or copyright claims or anything like that. To get started with unlimited stock media downloads at one set price, head over to storyblocks.com/premierebasics. Or just click the link down below. Number 3. Video transition handles. You can now click and drag a handle on your clip to add a transition quickly. Honestly, I didn't believe that this was new, because you would believe that this is a feature that every video editing software has. Not in Premiere, because I rolled it back to the old Premiere and it wasn't there. By the way, quick trick, you can always find another transition and drag that onto the current one. Just a little bonus trick. Next, GPU accelerated thumbnails. Yeah, that's basically it. Good job, Adobe. And now, what you've all been waiting for, AI-powered object masking. This is very cool. Let's say you want to add some text behind this girl. So to do that, go to the toolbar and find the Object Mask tool. Select it and then select your clip. Now in the effect controls, make sure the opacity effect is highlighted. That way the mask will be automatically applied to this property. Remember? Alright, next, make sure the playhead is at the beginning of your clip and then simply hover your cursor over the girl. Click to apply a mask and then go to the effect controls. In here, click the mask drag forward button and let Premiere do its thing. I gotta say, this works very fast, maybe 10 times faster than the Roto Brush tool in After Effects. When it's done, let's check the result. Look at that. Amazing. And remember, this is not the same tool as the old mask tracking. This one is completely new and AI powered. Now, there's more to this new update, but just not worth mentioning. So if you want to read that, click the link down below. In my opinion, understanding blending modes truly enhances your editing skills, and to learn everything about that, click the video right here on my left to continue the lesson. Thank you guys so much for watching.